Hey, hi, how are you? My name is Phil. Welcome back to Magic the Gathering Arena, and today we're looking at Raffine Scheming Seer as our commander. This deck is literally draw go until you find your answers, slowly beat opponents down with flyers. If you have any desire to play a deck that actually keeps a full hand, you're looking at the wrong deck. We have tons of extra ways of drawing cards in here. We have Ageless Insight, we have Hero of Dominaria, we have Temporal Pilgrim, no, you have Master of Time, but a lot of these are draw discard effects. To lose Clever Conductor does keep the deck flowing in together, as long as they don't get exiled or turn into a treasure token or something stupid that Mono Black likes to do. Spoiler alert, this deck loses pretty hard to stuff that's really fast in the format. We do have fast answers, and we do have fast interaction, but the fastest decks out there will probably still beat you in this format because Raffine wants time to set up and kind of get into a mid-range plan, as is Esper's general desire. We have great ways of finding ourselves ways to get there, and we have some really great cards that just help us along the way, like Dusk Legion Duelist being a nice little vigilance thing, Ledger Shredder being if my opponent is trying to combo off, I get to draw a discard and go find answers. Goldforged Thopteryx is a pretty cool card in here, as is like Jubilant Skybonder. They're things that make Raffine harder to target. And we have ways to get back some of our cheaper stuff with Luris of the Dreamed In. Any permanent with mana value 2 or less can be cast from your graveyard, meaning that if you early on cycle Cold Steel Heart, Arcane Signet, Mind Stone, Ornithopter, and you find Luris later on, you can get them back. Luris will help you play them out. Getting back the Thopteryx can help Raffine stay more intact. Getting back a Ledger Shredder can help Raffine stay better. Fairy Mastermind, absolute all-star in this format. People like drawing cards. You don't know what Fairy Mastermind does? It lets you draw cards when they draw cards. It's great. Deck's fun. Deck's good. Like I said, it'll suffer against some of the faster decks because it kind of runs a mid-range Raffine plan, kind of like you'd see, not exactly like you'd see in a CDH deck. Obviously, the cards are much, much different. We'd be running a lot more tutors and instants and stuff like that. But the general idea is just generally fast stuff will beat us to the punch because we are a more mid-range leaning, late-game leaning deck. So there's been your warnings and introductions. Let's hop right into some gameplay. Opponent goes first. We have all our colors and a Siphon Insight. They're playing Kiora, new Kiora, which seems to be Kraken, Leviathan, Octopus. Tribal, I guess? I don't know. That's kind of a weird, weird everything. We have to play this on blue because we literally have one blue in our opening hand here. Hope our opponent isn't too fast of a deck. Shigeki, not exactly annoying. Tons of mana ramp, though. I'm very okay with this. Let's go try and steal something off the top really quick. Free land, always nice. I believe this is going to be a, we just want to ramp really hard, really fast, and get down like Celestis, because we just need to go and find our board wipes. Go ahead and play their thing. Why Celestis? We don't want Midnight Clock down ASAP in this matchup, because we currently want to play out our hand. I'm really surprised to see them main phasing the Shigeki back to hand. I guess that one damage was super important to them. Alright, they lost their Field of Ruin. That's good for me. Icebreaker Kraken's gone too. Also good for me. Alright, they replayed it if we hit removal. We did not. Very sad. Let us continue the ramping game plan. We are getting tons of lands. This is all very nice. I think we might play Kaido after this to start the looting pathing. Because we need to go find board wipes. From the looks of it, I feel like if they were playing any form of counterspells, we may have, like, accidentally found one at this point, right? You are one turn late, my friend. Let's go ahead and cycle with Kaido. We have tons of lands we can get rid of. Toulouse, you're lovely.
I'll be taking that now.
I'll play you on this, I guess. I don't know if my opponent has any interaction. We do have to worry about Kiora just kind of beating us down. But we do want to just like go and find anything we can ASAP. So they get one free spell from the top 7 as long as it is mana value 7 or less. Which is why, like I said, we're just going to go looking for board wipes ASAP. Board wipes and ways to keep this off the field. Fun fact, it says you may cast, by the way. We can just counter that with Wash Away, because that is being cast from somewhere that is not its owner's hand. Super fun fact. I swear people undervalue this card. They are desperately looking to wait. Why can't I hit Kaito? Why can't I hit Kaito? Because he doesn't care, man. Probably gonna throw the Skybonder underneath here. Ooh. All right, you know what? Let's do this. See if we can't find an untapped land. We did. Sorry, Seagate Restoration. You're going under Toulouse. I want to look at their hand with Cruelty of Gix. I want to see what they got over there. They have a bird. I wonder what they're holding on to so desperately that they don't want me to see. Vanquish the Horde. Lovely. We will probably let a couple more turn cycles go by before we vanquish the Horde, unless my opponent really goes ham on the creatures. We can just kind of hold back for a turn or two here. I kind of want them to... I kind of want it to be in a state where Shigeki gets killed too. That's funny. Why do I say that's funny? They're playing that out without any mana available, and they played their land for turn. Meaning that, and wait for it, they can't use the Hullbreaker Horror's like special ability. They can't use it to bounce stuff. It needs to be on the battlefield for the ability to work out. That's a little unfortunate. That means that stuff gets exiled, but it means we do get to keep Toulouse here. They can kill Kaito if they attack with all three at him. You need to attack with all three. There you go. Since he dies anyways, there's no reason to block. There's no reason to lose my little birdo.
My head wasn't in it.
Go ahead and double swing here. Luris, you can stay. Because I'll be able to play some stuff out of my graveyard with you. Vanquish the Horde for 2. Take that action. And we can go ahead and play Ledger Shredder because we can hold up Mystical Dispute, which will probably hard counter one, if not more, of their creatures. That's a 7-drop. They have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana, so we can probably Mystical Dispute it. They're playing in blue-green, and a lot of the biggest, strongest Krakens, Octopuses, and love. Oh, we can't be countered. That's cringe, dude. Alright, we have to find a way to kill Koma now. That's awkward. Do you have something cool down there? You have lands. Wow, thanks, opponent. Go ahead and play Toulouse. No reason not to. We will get a double connive here. Alright, well, we have to keep that Farewell in hand. We have to. There's just the off chance that they might... Unfortunately, Toulouse has to die for this. But we basically need to hold up this Farewell. We have no real way of getting rid of Koma otherwise. And it's indestructible, right? And they can tap stuff so its abilities can't be activated, but... We kind of want Toulouse to die, though. Such a weird card. My opponent is playing just like expensive tribal, and unfortunately, because we are playing kind of a mid-rangey deck, it's working. We're having to go and hunt down all our board wipes. On the plus side, we're getting rid of a lot of their threats, and if we can hit like our grab everything from the graveyard cards, we will just absolutely crush them. Let's go ahead and force them to sack a thing to make Koma indestructible. Koma dies if they don't do it. Why am I doing this? Just in case they try and lock out my midnight clock in response to something that they do. This also does make sure that those go to the graveyard instead of my, instead of the exile zone. Unfortunately, the Ledger Shredder will probably go to exile here. Yes, 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 you're very cute. This screams they have counter magic, but this can counter target instant and sorcery spell. We need to make sure we tap properly for this. We only have 2 white sources? Oh shit, this is really unfortunate. We have to go for it. We have to. We don't have a choice. We have to try and go to coma. Sick! We can go get Toulouse back with Obscura Charm right when we refill our hand here. That's why we're putting an upkeep stop. So with this trigger on the stack, we will put... actually, we'll put Kaido back on the battlefield. I think he's actually better in this exact instance. Just guarantee something. Oh, speaking of guaranteeing something good, baby. And then we play our untapped blue source. Oh, wait, we make an ninja. Yeah, no reason not to. Okay, just phasing out anyways. We do it like this so that we have absorb access, just in case they play something that scares me. And they have nothing on the battlefield, so In Search of Greatness cannot pop. Okay. Strange card, but okay. If they don't play anything, we just hand it Indulgence, because we don't care that much. Oh, we have Vanquish the Horde back. Nice. We will drop the tapped land, and then I think I actually Vanquish the Horde, right? Oh, no, we only need to discard one. Yeah, tapped land. Farewell. Do they really want to protect it? Is your tireless angler that important to you? No? Okay, that's what I figured. Play their land. All of that hemming and hawing them makes me think that they're holding on to something, so I don't know if I want to try and land Teferi Master of Time here. Miscast makes me more confident. Miscast and Absorb makes me super confident here. Because now if they have another counterspell, we can counterspell their counterspell again. Got anything else? Cool.
It takes impressive knowledge. Don't worry, I'll think of something.
Yeah, we're at the point of not needing lands, really. This does hit anything. It's counter-target spell. We don't have a flyer, so it's not the best thing in the world, but if they do something like that, they can just headbutt a Lofty Denial. That's rough, buddy. And there's the concession. We got there. We got our mid-range plan on board. We basically lived through mid-range and then got into control status. Which was pretty tough. We had to, like, double board wipe them, though. That Midnight Clock came in super handy. Got me back my Vanquish the Horde, which was huge. But yeah, GG's. Opponent goes first. Opponent has Ragavan. We have 3 solid pieces of removal here. We keep. If they don't play Ragavan turn 1, we, play the Sinkhole. They do. We shock in the Fountain and kill it with, Swords their Ragavan, see if they instantly concede, because sometimes they just will. We have to play the Sinkhole on 2. Oh, they didn't concede. Good on them. I play the Sinkhole on 2 into something else on 3, so then we can mortify the little monkey. Because to pay the dash is affected by commander tax, I believe, so they can't just, like, dash him. I'm gonna go throw up. I hate this card. It's one of the reasons that I don't like alchemy cards. This card, literally this card right here is one of the reasons that I think alchemy cards are just utterly fucking ridiculous. Like, look at that. They just got to steal, what was that? Key to the Archives and Omen of the Sea. For nothing. Yeah, be gone, Thought. For the low, low price of a 2-drop in a format that is pretty quick, they got to steal 2 cards off of me because it flipped on the next turn because I was playing a slower, more controlling deck. Card's fucking busted, and I mean that in the most polite terms. Is that even polite? On the plus side, it looks like my opponent is stuck in a very slow game plan right now, and they are just not able to hit a land drop. Which bodes well. I don't think Raffine will get removed here. I don't imagine that for 2 mana, Mono Red can deal 4 damage and pay Ward 1. But I've been wrong before. I do get to play Ragavan again here, but I'm pretty sure we just Sunfall in response if they do. I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to block there. There's no reason. Fun fact, we could Dark Ritual our way into a Teferi there as well. Ragavan! Alright, we're going to Dark Ritual to Sunfall. Yeah, we're just going to actually Sunfall. First, we will go hunting for something cool. I don't think we'll need a Dovin's Veto here. And we will just Sunfall. Taking their Ragavan out and killing any and all mana advantage they could possibly have is much more important than me having my commander. Ragavan's a stupid card. It should never have been printed, and it should be banned in almost every format it is currently legal in. This card is ridiculous. I'm amazed it has made it through Modern for as long as it has. Destroy target colorless non-land permanent. Spicy! Is that all you got? This is colorless, by the way. That's all they got. We're feeling pretty confident. Honestly, we might Dark Ritual out our Teferi, which sounds super strange, I know. But if we play Dark Ritual, we're paying 3 mana for Teferi, and we get to untap most of our everything here. If we do this, we get to play both, I believe. Math is hard, but I think we can do both now. Yeah, because then this will be the 3 colorless, and then this will be the blue, this will be the white. Or this will be the white, and this will be the blue. Which is lovely, because Teferi is a card advantage engine, and is very hard to remove unless they're playing a ton of hasty threats.
Sorry I'm late.
Which they are, I'm sure, but...
Let's skip to the good
We
part.
untap these 2 here. So we can miscast, or just flip this if we so choose. We did play 2 cards, we get to cycle. I think we'll probably drop the Relic. I think it has outlived its place. Rabble Rousing. Wunderbar. Great card. Yeah, we have the miscast in case they try and play some creature of some kind, or some non-creature of some kind that I think will be annoying. Okay. If they just swing in, then we just flip the thing. Don't know if my opponent just really wanted to throw away their creature or just really hates Teferi that much. Speaking of Teferi, wowza! Go ahead and draw another card.
For the sake of the future, I will defend another mystery soul.
And then we'll go ahead and draw another card.
Hold that thought.
And then we'll go ahead and untap some lands. I keep doing these 2 because it gives me the most access to mana. Basically. And now we have 2 card draw engines online simultaneously into a Ragavan, who, while they might try their best, I don't think can deal with 2 Teferis simultaneously. I think they need like a burn down the house here, but we have a miscast for that. Which is why I like miscast over Dispel, personally. If I'm only going to run one other 1 mana... No, I don't think you will. I think you miscast. Thank you. I do like Dispel, and I think Dispel works great in like mono blue. But personally, I find miscast to be a little bit more flexible for anything that's not mono blue because it hits instants and sorceries and can really hit different stuffs. Alright, we've hit the point. We can make a creature. We can Rabble Rouse.
Eyes everywhere.
Hide away. I guess Cruelty of Gix. That's a spicy choice.
Keep up the pace.
Darkwave Commons is a really good card. You know what? Let's play the Skybonder. Just keep our board state large and make our opponent kind of want to do something about it. But both of our Planeswalkers have 6 loyalty and a most, not all, but most, / a lot of Mono Red's board wipes are like 5 damage. So now that they've both passed 6 again, they're feeling pretty confident and comfortable. They can use this to kill one of them. Lightning Bolt, okay.
Now.
Another Lightning Bolt. Lightning Strike. I think my opponent's floundering a tad, though. Incendiary Flow. Yeah, I think my opponent's kind of floundering a bit here. They just had to 2-for-1 one of my Teferis. I still have a second Teferi. And I have a very, very powerful board state. Which is only going to get better.
Oh, you caught me this time.
It's down to 4 loyalty. Not the greatest amount, but we're about to skyrocket it by replaying Raffine here. Because I don't know if my opponent will really have a way to deal with that. Creatures with you control with flying have spells that target your opponent's cast that target this creature cost 2 more to cast. It's pretty cool, right? It makes it hard for the... okay, buddy. You're doing great there, friendo. Alright, we're going to draw a ton of cards here. We will make this Jubilant Skybonder really big. We can drop on Burial Rites and Supreme Verdict and Arcane Signet, I believe. Actually, yeah, we don't... The one that gets countered doesn't matter. We drew a lot of cards. You're almost dead. We're going to draw more cards.
Much to consider.
And we're going to play away to draw more cards. And we have Unburial Rights. So what exactly do you have planned over the year? Thanks for the card, bud.
What should I aim for first?
Okay, so it deals that much damage plus 1 to that player or permanent instead. So they deal 3 damage. Yeah, that's really cute, opponent, but you're dead, so... You don't even let me see my big number? That's mean. I sat through all your dawdling and you didn't let me get to my big number. Yeah, my opponent got mana screwed. I feel for him. That happens. I think, honest to God, we probably would have had it in the long run anyways because we just kept top decking some really powerful stuff. 2 Planeswalkers, being able to Dark Ritual out another Planeswalker to land a Celestis in there, hitting my hero Dominaria and counterspells when they mattered. I think... They were playing out, like, their hand, like, every turn, if not every other turn, and we were still answering it. So even if they got lands, I don't know what they were going to do, besides play Ragavan again. GG's, though, opponent. On to the next. Opponent goes first, but I really want to keep this. Yeah, we'll keep it. Prosper can get hit by swords, even if they have some annoying stuff like that. Oh, amazing. Esper turn 1. Oh! I apologize if you can hear talking in the background. I think it's low enough that my mic won't pick it up. I have a Smite Pro game going in the background. I'm a really big Smite fan, in case I've never talked about that on the channel before. Thanks for the free card. So this is enchanted creature an opponent controls. When it dies, exile cards equals to its power at the top of its owner's library. You may cast spells from there. So I could just exile my own guy. That'd be cool. I think this is a flash out Fairy Mastermind term. Brainstorm's nice. I should have probably played the Hive, but I wanted to flash out my guy. Well, they currently don't have any red, so we're just going to do it like this, so we have access to both Brainstorm and Swords to Plowshares. Depending on what my opponent wants to do. Bonk bonk. That was such a weird play. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, my opponent doesn't have anything good yet. You gonna pay the 1? I don't think they want to pay the 1. I think they want to play a 2-drop. Donkashan. Create a treasure token. Or Brainstorm. Put those back on top like this. We're going to be playing a lot of tapped lanes across these next few turns, but we have tons of mana, so... I think I want to get that out, and that out. It leaves up Voidrend and Raffine's Tower if we so choose. Voidrend is just really nice. In general, I really like it. Prosper! They're gonna do absolutely nothing. Alright, so we're gonna Voidrend Prosper, because this can't be countered. Gonna sacrifice him to an effect? That's fine by me. You gonna pay out that treasure? They're not. Thanks for all the free cards, buddy. We also got out the Malakir Rebirth, which technically speaking is why we probably should have swordsed it. What did they get? Bank job. A little annoying, but we can hit it in a second. I'm gonna go ahead and exile Prosper now. Yeah, that's what I thought. And we will play Choked Estuary. Never mind, we will not. Our opponent will concede because I had the audacity to kill their commander twice. Oh. Either way, on to the next. We are going first, playing into Finn the Fangbearer. I don't think I can keep that hand into him as much as I wish I could. Anguished Unmaking is great into him on the play. I think this is like a turn 1 Port Town tapped into Archway Commons into Lake Island, so that makes sure we have all our mana colors. And then Anguished Unmaking the Finn on curve. I think that's probably the play. We'll decline to not reveal anything. There's no reason to show off our hand on a turn 1 tapped land. This deck's a little concerning, but Anguished Unmaking I think will really help us out here, as will Rabble Rousing, if we can land either one of them. Interesting. Let's go ahead and play Raffine then. Raffine's pretty hard for my opponent to target, honestly. I wish I could just play Teferi's Ageless Insight on curve here. Raffine's hard for them to target, by the way, because she has Ward 1, and a lot of their spells that they want to cast that like do fight and damage stuff are typically like 2 mana. No, they're just going to play the Finn. Do they think I'm not going to block? I'm not. I don't care that much about 1 poison. Or do I? Don't. I don't think Devin's Veto really matters here. Kill Finn. Keep our poison low. We'll probably just play Teferi's Ageless Insight on this next turn. We could play Rabble Rousing, though. I think Rabble Rousing might be really good, just to put a bunch of bodies on the ground floor. Green does deal with enchantments, though. But I think that's the reason I kind of want to play it, you know? Get a bunch of bodies on the floor. Be really nice. Why is my opponent acting like they have ninjutsu? Oh my god, they have ninjutsu? I, for one, am shocked. Why did they remove that? I don't have an artifact or enchantment. That was kind of cringe of you, opponent. I think they were mashing through their steps and their acceptances. Well, nice to know that that was there, and that's out of the way. That makes me feel better about just playing Rabble Rousing now. I guess we get the Dusk Legion Duelist. We'll probably never actually get a chance to play it. Oh, my baby! I'm sorry, Seagate Restoration. Yeah, this is really good, as long as they don't remove it, because it makes me just a ton of chump blockers over time. And if I can get Teferi's Ageless Insight down, I can really refill my hand at a really fast pace. This swinging in literally doesn't matter. It doesn't have a counter on it anymore. Okay, cool. We get to draw 2. Ornithopter, I'm sorry, my friend. We get to draw 2 because Teferi's Ageless Insight applies to any and all draw spells. Any and all cards that you draw that's not the first means I draw 2, making Connive a really, really powerful trigger. The reason we also did it like this, Spell Pierce. If my opponent tries to blow these up with a non-creature spell, boop, gone. Or just play like Arona's Monument, for example, boop, gone. I don't think my opponent's going to stay around much longer. Yeah, they got mana screwed. I had lots of resources. I get it. I get it. Personal opinion. This is why I typically don't keep 2-landers. I'll have exceptions from time to time depending on the matchup, but don't keep 2-landers. Either way, GG's opponent. We go first into Tergrid. This is literally the worst matchup under the sun for us. No, I am not joking. There we go. If Tergrid lands, we are in big heckin' trouble. Oh, we're paying 2 because we want to Omen of the Sea to maybe find a land. That's annoying, but it's not the end of the world. Okay. I guess we're killing Tiny Bones then. Didn't really want to kill Tiny Bones, but... opponent leaves us no choice. I think we can just slam Teferi's Ageless Insight on curve here, though. Acquisitions Expert. Yeah. Look at him. Look at the Hero of Dominaria. Look at him. Isn't he so cool? Anyways. Ageless Insight, because that way we get to play Kaido on curve here. And Kaido will draw us 2 cards, and then we will get to Farewells in the soon future. Okay, so I discard 1 card per turn. We also get that. Joke's on them.
The system can't fix it. Thanks. I'll be taking
Sorry, Midnight Clock. You gotta go. I think we dropped the Vanishing Verse. We'll eventually get rid of that, right? We're drawing 2 cards a turn anyways, so... okay. Never mind. My opponent really is anti-fun, huh? Okay, so we now just kind of want to play out our whole hand every turn. I have nothing. Please enjoy. My opponent really is anti-fun. Rankle, master of prankles. Okay.
I've been watching your moves. Impressive.
Now we just get to draw 2 for free. Oh, Supreme Verdict.
Is a juicy secret.
And we have Wash Away for the for that. Let's go! They realized we had so much card advantage at this point, they just couldn't stop us. I think they realized it. I think they realized that all of their hand hate, all of their discards, it doesn't matter when you land Teferi's Ageless Insight. I get to draw an extra card every time I draw an additional card. Ah, mwah, chef's kiss. Oh, Ageless Insight, you have been one of my best crafts for control decks. I love you. Yeah, GG's opponent. On to the next. We go first. We have to mull this, but we are playing Perforos, which is creatures have haste, and then they may basically put stuff from their hand onto the battlefield. Ooh, spicy! Love this hand. Turn 2 Dusk Legion Duelist. We do need to draw a black source in order to play Raffine on 3 here, which would be lovely. Let's go and brainstorm. Alright, that's rough. We'll order like this. Play this. Vanish your verse. And then we'll play Key to the Archives, which will just mana ramp us like crazy. And off of Key to the Archives, we can probably play Teferi. Time Warp! Sorry, Omen of the Sun. And Warp is just better. I wonder if they're just trying to rush out Perforos. They are. Wowza. Alright, let's take our extra turn to start. You are a loud boy, huh? And now we will play Teferi. And bounce your Perforos. Ooh, the concession. And yes, I did say Perforos. It was supposed to be funny. God, I hope it landed. Yeah, I don't blame them. That extra turn into just getting a Teferi that bounces your commander is really, really tough. Especially considering they know that my Raffine's coming out very soon, and Dusk Legion Duelist is going to give me great card advantage off of that. But yeah, GG opponent. On to the next. Alright, well I guess we can start this. In the spirit of openness, I'm trying to record less gameplay. Or by that I mean I'm trying to not record as much gameplay to hit like a certain runtime for my videos. And just going to start recording like a certain number of games and trying to include the good ones out of them. This deck went 6-0 though, across my recordings. You saw every single game that I played after I started recording them. And it just kind of slapped. It slapped pretty hard. Raffine's a really powerful commander and really good color combo for historic Brawl, allowing you access to white and blue whites, like board wipes, destructions, bounce effects, card draws, while also getting black similar card draw, or, well, not card draw on black, sorry, destruction, basically. Getting access to basically the powers of Orzhov and their insane removal, the powers of Azorius and their insane control and card draw it's just really, really nice. You do have a handful of some really good Dimir cards, but they're not really like the star of this deck. This deck runs like an Orzhov Azorius mashup more than a true Esper deck sometimes, but I do still love it. It's a lot of fun. I really, really enjoyed it. I highly recommend it. Feel free to alter my deck list some. Every once in a while when I play it, I realize Seagate Restoration doesn't always work out, so you might be able to cut it. Rise of the Dark Realms is a bit of a meme card, just in case I hit something cool. You don't need to run so many Planeswalkers. I just like running a lot, because there's a lot of board wipes and creature destruction in the historic Brawl ecosystem, so Planeswalkers can survive through a lot of that. And that's just kind of my opinions and preferences. If you think that, something else will fit this deck better, be my guest. But if you want to try it out, deck list is in the description below. Thanks for hanging out and watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you want to see more content like this on the channel, and I hope to catch you in the next one.